Alright. I decided to play some music too, so you hear some like copyright music in the back. I made sure not to put the volume as loud as my voice. I made sure to record it. Um, so I'm just kind of bored right now, so I thought about making this stream. And instead of, dilly-dallying around, I'll just get straight to it. So this is the DBD tier list I got from the tier list maker. Yeah, whatever. Whoever took their time to get all these PNGs from wherever, thank you, I guess. Let's go ahead. Wait, let me put the criteria, actually. And I've been thinking about whether it's how I should do it. And it's probably just how fun it is to play with the killer. And let's just say how fun it is to play with the killer, and that's it. Because if we start doing if how fun is it to play. Wait, what? Oops. Okay. So the criteria is how fun it is to play the killer. We're not gonna do how fun it is to play against the killer, because depending on who you are, that really skews. Like, I put fun to play at like, I could put like Kaneki at like S, but then most people probably, even I, find him pretty shit to play against because he's really strong. So we'll just do against. And also, if we did like aesthetic, because I'd rather do like if it's fun to play rather than aesthetic, because that's a whole different tier list. So yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Let's start off with actually give me a second. Alright, I'm back. I just wanted to fix the audio from this music. Wait, what? What was that? How come I fixed that off? That's weird. I don't even know what I have right there, so whatever you see is whatever you see. Actually, why does it do that? Let's do... Alright, that's so weird. Why does it do that? Anyway, I'm playing Lost Kingdoms Plains of Raul. Hopefully I pronounced that right. But it's really good. I like it. I haven't played the game, but whatever, it's still good. Anyway, okay, let's start it. Let's cut off the rambling. I think there's like 40 killers, so yeah. So the Trapper. let's just put middle of B, because I mean, while he's not fun to play all the time, it's really, really satisfying just hearing that clamp. I know like everyone says it, but it's true. That's why everyone says it. Hearing the clamp go down on those survivors and they're stuck, it's so good. Actually, you know what? He more deserves to probably be in C, because even though it's super satisfying and I'm thinking of leveling it up to B, it's really sad and it feels bad playing him, because like you can have someone take off all the traps and all the setup, the whole setup you did for like 5 minutes, and you lost like 3 generators doing it. Well, it's gone. And even if you happen to get like a basement trapper game, it's not guaranteed every game, because the better you do, the higher skill level you're gonna get. So that's why I'll put fun to play C. Well, it's fun to get, traps from time to time. That's pretty much it. Like, it's from time to time, won't happen all the time, and even the more time you play him, there's probably the less is gonna happen. Less trapped survivors are gonna get. So he goes to C. Now A, I'm gonna be honest. I don't play him enough. I mean, it should probably be another tier, not enough, but I'll probably put him in B tier. Wow, it's fun, to walk around invisible or cloaked, because you're not invisible. Like, you can still see him walk towards you, and like, what is it, like 10 meters I think, or 20 meters, you could see like the little visage or whatever it is. But he's pretty fun to play. You could do the hit and run play style, or you can commit to certain chases and stuff like that. If anything, he's pretty versatile, because probably on the lower tiers of players, he has map pressure because he's invisible. But I think the more you play, the more you can like deal with it, because like if you're a pretty good runner, you could probably see him before he even gets there, or you could probably start running while he's uncloaking, because his bell makes noise. So, or even if you like get hit, you could still be a good enough runner where the first hit really doesn't matter for you. But as with every stealth killer, he's kind of like you kind of got to heal, because you can get that free first hit, but he's still got to work for the second one. So and I mean, the main point of DBD is chases, so he can get the free hit, and then the rest you can do an actually good like chase if you're good with it. Since he has the little burst of when he uncloaks, so it kind of negates like the slowdown he gets from uncloaking. But other than that, he's fun to play. Like, I won't like sigh if I have to play this guy, even though you don't. I mean, you're not forced to play any killer, but yeah. Hillbilly. Maybe a cop out, but I guess I'll put him as he's fun. I don't really play him, but when I do, it's fun getting those chainsaws. I don't know, because, well, this is a subjective tier list, so if I put my own personal preference, then it doesn't really matter, because it's my personal preference. Because if I was actually good at Hillbilly, I'd probably put him in S, but I'm not that good. Like, I get a couple kills every now and then, but I'm not that good, so he's A. But when you do get, like it's kind of boring to like rev your chainsaw in their face. So I mean, it's kind of boring. But when you're like 10, 15, 20, 30 feet away, and you get that long distance chainsaw kill, oh my god. That is fantastic. Jesus, it's like trying Coke for the first time or something. Like it feels so good. You feel it in your veins when you get those like 30, 50 foot chainsaw dash kills. So I mean that's pretty much it. Like you go rev, and that's pretty much hillbilly, I guess. Nurse, subjective. She's fun as fuck to play. So fun. Maybe not fun when you're first starting the game. Like I'm not that good at this game as killer, but when I do, like when I have my certain games where maybe I'm like on point or I get a pair of bots or something, whatever. She's really fun. Like just predicting where they're gonna go and then appearing at the exact location and then getting that hit off. I don't know. I just find it super fun. Even more fun, or even funner than getting the chainsaw dash kills. This the tier list is going down in order or going up in order. Yeah. To run it back on what's his name, the Wraith. He's fun. But I mean, his kit definitely feels like 2016 DBD. So I mean, you're just gonna have to find funner killers nowadays because there's like 40. The game's been out for 10 years. There's 40 killers. Like, of course, you're gonna find more fun killers now. And that's pretty much all I have to say of the nurse. Just predicting. Even predicting, like, if you see people dodging and weaving and then finally predicting their movement after, like, that's still really fun. Even if you lose. Wow. Sorry, I was thirsty. Ugh, I just brushed my teeth, so that water didn't taste too good. I'll put him in B as well. So with him, his regular gameplay is not that fun. I mean, now that I'm thinking of it, I don't think it's fun at all. And I might lower him to Trapper level. But when you start putting Vanity Mirror or his double iridescent, I think they're reworking his double iridescent soon. So, I mean, he might go here. But his Vanity Mirror or his Scratch Mirror, I think Scratch Mirror is the one where you stay on tier 1 and you can see their aura through the wall. That is the funnest I have with like DBD. It's so simple. Like, I don't know, maybe I have like a monkey brain or something. It's such a simple gameplay, but it's so fun, you know, like you have no terror radius, so you could just grab someone off gen. You can turn the corner and hit someone because they didn't know you were gonna turn. They didn't even know you were there. Yeah, I mean, his regular gameplay is pretty boring. Go in stock, level up to tier 3. Everyone's pre-running because no one wants to give you tier 2. It's not that fun. You start getting chases when you hit tier 3. Because you want to get to tier 3 or you want a 99 tier 3 as soon as possible. Like you can 99 tier 2 and then just kind of play the game as normal and then just wait for the right time to maximize maximize your tier 3. Like if you see like 3 survivors next to you, you just pop the 99 and you start hitting them. So that's pretty much the gameplay for Michael Myers. Like I said, it's like whatever. It's not the funnest until you start using add-ons. I should probably talk about playing, because I should probably start talking about how it is playing against like actual survivors. So Hag, like I said, this list is subjective. So if you see me put this woman right here and freaking D tier, it's purely subjective. Okay, I have a fucking bias against her. When I started the game, I think it was 2-3 months after the game actually officially released, and no, I don't know, because I think Hag was already out. Hex totems were out, I think, already. But I tried playing Hag because I think she's free when you buy the game, and the amount of hours I put in this woman just to know that she's freaking ass is crazy. Like, she's not actually like bad. She's not like dog shit or anything like that. But her gameplay is super boring. Like, there's two ways to play her. You do your web around a certain area and you hope that they run into that area, or you can kind of corrode them into that area and you hope to God that you actually get them down, and then you can kind of set up another web around that hook and stuff like that. But I mean, I think you can only be like 40 meters out away from the traps, or else you can't teleport to them. So like she kind of promotes proxy camping, which, I mean, I don't know. Like, I hate proxy campers, and you know, Hag promotes proxy camping. Like, you can't go for another chase because they're gonna take you away from the hook and you're away from your traps. So I mean, now your traps are useless. You spend like a minute putting down traps for no reason. Okay, the second is, or maybe I just explained both of them and I kind of mashed them up together. I guess that's those two reasons, those two things I just said are probably the two I was trying to say. But yeah, there you go. She's not that fun to play. Like I said, I can't say this enough, but this is subjective, because there's probably like masochists out there that fucking love playing this killer, and they like the 5 Hag mains that are still alive in DBD. You know, they enjoy this killer. So I mean, I don't. Most of the community probably doesn't either. So Doctor. Okay, I'm gonna put him right here. Okay, so I'm actually, I'm actually gonna put them in order on the tier list. So I actually find Doctor more fun to play, but his gameplay does get repetitive. So he has, he has a power where you shock the survivors, and they start building up this madness meter. And and you get different debuffs depending on what tier you're on. So once you start getting shocked, you're on tier 1. You get shocked a couple more times, you're on tier 2, and so on, tier 3, which is the max. Honestly, you're gonna be in tier 3 quite a bit, especially if you're getting chased. So I'll just explain. Like tier 3, like you start seeing illusions. I can't remember because it's been so long since I played Doctor. But I think it's either an add-on or, actually on his kit, where he could see the aura of his like fake doubles. So if you're like in a random corner, and you're on tier 3 trying to heal or snap out of it, and one of his doubles pops out of nowhere, he could see it from like far away, and he could go find you. But I can't remember if that's his add-on or not. And it also like messes up the little wheel that you get whenever you're doing skill checks. But that's basically his main power. He also has like an AoE shock wave that's as big as tear radius. I think it scales on his tear radius, so you can use perks to make his tear radius bigger, which also increases his shock. I might be bullshitting, like, to be honest. That's what I've heard. I haven't. Like, I played the killer, but I don't actually use terror. I don't actually use that playstyle, so I wouldn't know. So yeah, so his shock is the main ability. So you can spam it, and that's actually the way to play him. Like you spam it, you keep, because when you shock a survivor, they can't like throw a pallet down or for like 2 seconds maybe. And so when you're running a loop in a circle, I didn't. Damn. Let me finish this and then I'll change the music. So when you're running around in a circle, run a pallet, the doctor's just gonna keep shocking you until he can catch up to you, and like the only way to counter that is by either like leaving the loop, and he's probably gonna catch you either way, or pre-dropping the pallet, and that's, you know, as most people say that, you know, it's pretty boring because like the main part of DBD is the chases. You know, it used to be, not let's not say it like that. It used to be like hiding. You know, like because no one was good at the game, but now it's a chasing game. It's like a tag game now, and so if you're not you know, you don't want to be doing generators the whole time, so you want to be in chases, you know. But some killers you really do gotta pre-drop because, you know, their powers literally don't let you get chased, you know. So like, yeah, would you rather get chased or do 90 minutes of 90 seconds of a generator? Like you want to be chased. So that's why, you know, he's there, because his power is kind of boring, and you spam the power, which is, you know, the main thing about his I was about to put some Zelda music, but I'm probably gonna get destroyed by fucking Nintendo. Okay, actually take that off. So yeah, he's not that fun to play, but I would actually, no, I'm changing it. Honestly, if someone put a gun to my head and said play Trapper or Doctor, I'd probably pick Trapper, to be honest. So yeah, let's go Huntress. A tier. It's the Huntress. Like, come on. I think when everyone plays the damn game, when you grab your fresh copy of DBD, I'm pretty sure this is probably the first killer you're playing, or second, because you know, you start off with like the 5 killers, and the coolest looking killer is probably the Trapper, but then 5 minutes into Trapper gameplay, you find out he's fucking ass. So you're probably gonna be playing Huntress second or first, because, you know, she has like the second coolest design. And I probably should not have put that as with lyrics. I mean with voice. Alright, let me put the instrumental for this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we're back. So yeah, like, she's probably gonna be your second, maybe even third killer you'll play, and if you're free to play, that's probably gonna be one of your main killers. She's fun, like throwing hatchets 70 feet away. I'm throwing out random numbers. I don't really know, because they do the game by meters, and, you know, I use feet, but like, you're 70 feet away, he's holding W, and you freaking throw your hatchet and you get him down. Like, how is that not satisfying? It's like hitting a quick scope, or you're like 200 feet away with your sniper in like Warzone, and you hit a fucking headshot on someone. That's what it feels like throwing hatchets in DBD. Like, it's that satisfyingness of actually getting the kill. And yeah, it's fun. there's add-ons that make her have more hatchets or have insta-kill hatchet. I don't think you could get more than one even with add-ons. So yeah, it just adds to the gameplay and it makes her more fun or just as fun. You know, the only thing, like two things, certain killers play her very, very annoyingly, where they won't even try hitting long range hatchets. They'll just go up. They'll go up to you, and just hold their hatchet until they're hugging you, until they're in your personal space, and just throw the hatchet point blank. And then there's the people, and then there's you know, your Wi-Fi connection or the DBD fucking servers, where like I guess maybe this is more for Survivor, where you can get some bullshit hits, and when you get bullshit hits, like honestly, like it doesn't feel that good because you're like, well, what the fuck was that? And yeah, just, you know, sometimes you hit a shot and like it just, even you know it's bullshit. So yeah, she's an A tier. He's B tier. Where in B tier? Wait, actually, I didn't even think about this. Nah, I'd rather play Hillbilly. Why can I? Oh, okay, there we go. I'll put him in the middle. So, he's more fun to play than Myers. Myers with add-ons, let me tell you. Like, I don't think there's a Myers that doesn't play with like Vanity Mirror, Scratch Mirror, Double Eerie. Like, no one's doing that. So we're kind of just grading him with add-ons. And but he's not as fun as playing the Wraith. Because Wraith has some pretty cool add-ons. Like, you can see the progress of each generator around the whole map when he's cloaked, and then he could also have his I think it's Wailing Bell, or Silent Bell. I don't know what it is. His iridescent add-on where his bell is silent. Like, those are fun to play with, but with Bubba, like, he has an instant kill chainsaw and you can get multi kills with it, which is also fun, very satisfying. Doesn't really happen, especially if you're in the higher leagues. Yeah, especially if you're in the higher leagues, because, you know, getting multi kills is mostly like a noob thing. Like, no one's gonna, like, I'm not gonna say smart, but more experienced DBD players know not to group up when you're going against Bubba, or to like go separate ways when you're getting chased by Bubba. His tantrum's actually really annoying. It honestly gets to the point, like, if I'm like 6 games deep Bubba and I'm getting tantrumed, if I'm hitting a wall and I'm getting tantrumed. You know, tantrum is where like you swing your chainsaw and you can't move or anything for like 5 seconds, and it gets really annoying sometimes because the more experienced DBD players, if they're not pallet stunning you or pre-dropping pallets, they're hugging corners so that when you're chasing them, and they're hitting tight corners, hitting tight corners, you also kind of have to hit tight corners or you're losing distance, and that's when you're hugging tight corners with your chainsaw out, and you're more likely to hit a wall. Yeah. You can camp. He's the best camper in the game. I mean, if someone, let's just say if you're camping and they get that guy off the hook, you're fucking ass. Like, come on. This is the best camper in the game. You should be guaranteed a kill maybe every game with him. 1 kill at least. Yeah, 1 kill. Wow, that was a fast one. Let me just put a playlist so I don't have to keep switching. Can never go wrong with this girl. Wait, would they copyright me for this? I mean, I don't really care. I don't know. That's why I'm playing the music in the first place. No, wrong one. Honestly, that's not the best one. Like, if you know, you probably know as soon as you heard that first part, but this is the Demon Souls remake soundtrack, which is... Alright, now this is objective, which is better than the original. I played the original. I've heard it. And it's pretty, like, I would say it's better. Anyway, okay. Bubba, there you go. I honestly don't know where I was with Bubba. Let's put that guy in D tier. He's, like, I don't enjoy him at all. And to be honest, I really don't have anything to say about him, because I've played, like, 5 games with him after his rework. God, I might have to get another water after this in a bit. Yeah, I don't know. He has his fake palettes, and I mean, they're the fake palettes. Yeah, we all know the fake palettes. They're a meme. He also has his snares. They're alright. His dream state mode, whatever. It's whatever. He's just not that interesting of a killer. I mean, it's kind of sad because Freddy's a really fucking cool killer, but his power is so boring. Yeah, like, I'll just say he's kind of boring. Is he as boring as this girl? Probably not. So I'm gonna put him in front. I honestly expected more people to be on S, but nah. Oh, I'll talk about this guy right here. I'm actually a clown main, so her. Hey, would that be controversial? Alright, I said I was going to talk about aesthetic, or I was going to talk about cosmetics. Well, they're not the same thing. They're a little different, but she's definitely A. Okay, like, what he has and she has are kind of the same, but not really. And I'm gonna tell you the difference. While they both have a trap and it's really satisfying when someone dies to it, her aesthetic is nice. Like, I like how you see, like, I like the jigsaw puzzles. I like that it gives you something else to do other than freaking generators. And I like the sound the jigsaw puzzles make. I like Jigsaw. I like the Saw franchise, even though the movies are the movies. Okay, let's just end it with that. The movies are the movies. Wait, is that other? I put it on the playlist, so the other one should be playing. Oh, it just hadn't ended. Okay. Yeah, her crouch, practically useless. You're just never gonna use it. You could, I mean, there's certain. I mainly use her to, like, fake out which side I'm going, because it's pretty satisfying when you get it, and most players in average and lower do fall for it. Like, you use your dash to go left and then you quickly go right, and most of the time they fall for it, at least in my level. Like I said, I don't know if I've said this before, but I'm not odds, so okay, I'm not even close. I would probably say I'm your average DBD player. Okay. Yeah, that's about it. Like, traps are satisfying when you get them off. Her aesthetic is very nice. Um, I like Jigsaw, so I guess it's a bit of bias as well. All right. On to the next one. I'm trying to. He's not going there, but I'm trying to remember. Like, I've probably contradicted myself a couple times, but we're just gonna keep going. Clown. So Clown is fucking shit. Is what I would have said like a month ago. But this Clown with his buff, I don't know if they're nerfing him, but with his buff is pretty annoying. I mean, he was actually really annoying to go against. Well, there's my contradiction. I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but going against him was pretty annoying pre-buff. But now that he's buffed, or I don't know if you want to say he's buffed, but now that he's been upgraded, side graded, whatever, he's in the game more frequent. Like, I was playing DBD yesterday, and the fact that I even played against the Clown is freaking crazy. Like, I didn't play against Clown once. I didn't play against Clown twice. Not even 3 times. I played against Clown like 6 times yesterday. And, you know, there's times where, like, a couple months ago, like, I was happy I played Clown at all during the month. Against Clown at all during the month. Because Clowns were so rare to see as well. But, I went on a tangent. Anyway, he's fun. I mean, it gets a little repetitive sometimes. With this yellow, just throwing bottles and stuff like that. When you do hit the 400 IQ plays, like throwing the purple bottle, or you think the survivor's going, and then throwing the yellow bottle where you're gonna go. I mean, it's kind of more brainless now that the yellow bottle doesn't have like a little timer that you need to wait before you can proc it. So he's a little more mindless, but I still say he's pretty fun when you start hitting those IQ plays. So I'm gonna put him at the end of B tier. I just realized a lot of these placements are determined by like if I'm ass or not playing these killers. Like with her, I'll put her top of A. She's really fun to play. Like, it feels so nice when you're zooming across the map and you see the footsteps and you hear them, and then you actually get the hit off. Because I'm ass, it feels really good, like actually getting a hit off. But playing without headphones, if you ever played on a freaking TV, you actually can't hear footsteps. Like, everything's so, like, there's so much going on in the game where footsteps are pretty much non-existent if you're playing over your, like, TV speakers or something, which I don't really like having headphones on when I'm playing, just in case someone's, like, calling me. So I usually play on my monitor speakers. Well, first of all, never play on your monitor speakers. I'm pretty sure most monitors don't even have built-in speakers, but never play. It's, like, really bad. But yeah, like, you want to play, like, with headphones on, and you'll get hits most of the time. But it's really satisfying, like, going across the map and then hitting some guy off the generator because they didn't really see you. But sometimes your power is, like, because everyone can hear when you go in your power, and sometimes your power doesn't last long enough, so sometimes you get a little too close and the survivor knows when like that you're after them, even if you're invisible. Because one, they can see your heartbeat because you got too close. Two, they can hear that you went in invisible, so they know to start like pre-running to a near pallet. So, yeah. Um, you can go for chases with her, but you'll pretty much like break it. Like you'll like break the chase to go invisible. And like I said, the funnest part of the game is to be chasing. So like having your chase be broken because she wants to use her power isn't really the best, and it disrupts the gameplay. But I mean, that's just how she is. So that's why she's not S tier and high, but she's high A, because it's still fun playing her. Legion, I'm tempted, and I might actually leave him here. I'll put him low C. Let me change that. Let me put some actual oh yeah. Was Jula? Where's that Firelink Shrine? And I might be retarded, guys. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, that is Firelink Shrine. Oops, my bad. Anyway, he's Legion. What can I say? So he gets the first hit off really fast, and so you really don't want to heal with him. So most survivors won't heal against him because it's pretty much like worthless. Because once he sees you, he has two choices. Because the choice the survivor is gonna make when playing against Legion is always pre-run. Like as soon as they see your heartbeat or they see you in the distance, even looking at them, they're gonna pre-run from the generator. And so either you're gonna waste your time walking to the survivor that pre-ran and wasting a shit ton of time, or you're gonna go into your power and try to catch up to them, but then you get hit with that long cooldown when you get out of your power. And then, or you can hit them, which I mean does the same thing. You get into that cooldown again. And so if you hit them in their power and they're already injured, then you put them in deep wound and you give them another speed boost. So I mean, he can get the first hit, but it's the second hit that Legion's struggle on, or at least at my level. I don't know if I should probably stop talking about high tier, because like I'm not a high tier player. Most people who even think about watching this stream or video are not high tier players. So I mean, in the average tier, like the average person's kind of gonna struggle getting the second hit with Legion most of the time. So that's why he's not that fun to play, because while he does have while his power lets him get chases, the chases are pretty boring because he does not have a power. Like with Clown, his power incentivizes chases, but his power helps him in a chase. His power does not help him in a chase. Maybe you can like you can dash and block a window, but I mean, you still have that long cooldown, and the survivor can just get away during that cooldown. Him too, like, oh, not really actually. He doesn't really incentivize a chase. You know what? Like his power doesn't really incentivize a chase, because most of the abilities that play are chainsaw only. Only the losers hit with balance. But yeah, most hillbillies are gonna be chainsaw only. and it's not really a chase because like it's pretty like when you're playing average killer, like they're gonna miss sometimes, and I feel like missing with the chainsaw isn't really like chasing and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, with Legion's low C. Plague. Wait a minute. Am I contradicting myself again? What did I say? Oh yeah, synopsis or too long didn't read. His second, getting the second hit is kind of hard, so he's low C. He's not that fun. Damn. She's fun to play. I'll put it right here. Okay, so yes, it gets a little boring throwing up multiple times on survivors to increase their infection rate faster. But when you get the red vomit, so you get the red vomit when you get a free red vomit. And the red vomit lets you, instead of infecting people with your vomit, the red vomit lets you actually damage survivors. And that's pretty fun, like, because the projectile, like, however the projectile works for her vomit is actually really, really fun. Because you know, like, vomit, you know, doesn't go in a straight line. Like, it goes everywhere and it arcs down. So you can throw up over, like a wall. And then it's gonna arc down, and it could potentially hit a survivor on the other side, which, I mean, it's, you know, that's cool. Like, that's not something you see on every killer in DBD. Actually, she might be the only killer that does that. Well, I mean, Huntress and stuff can do that, but hers is a little different. So. Yeah, she's fun to play. Ghostface. I don't know what this says about me. Am I a judge? Am I a harsh critic, or do I just love slop? I don't know. Now I'm thinking it. So, what Ghostface shares in common with Michael Myers and Wraith is that they're stealth killers. So now, let me put it in my brain. Which stealth killer do I have more fun playing? And that leads me to believe that if I have more fun playing him, Ghostface, than any other stealth killer, that would tell me that he should be right here. So why is he fun? What's definitely not his stalking mechanic, or his stalking mechanic. It's funky. You could literally be looking at him, like your head's fucking turned 180 degrees like a fucking owl, and you're not taking him off his stalk because a little megapixel is still behind the rock. Like, that's not fun, okay? That's just stupid. And the fact that they haven't changed that, or even, I don't even know how you change it. I'm not a fucking game developer or anything like that, but the fact that they don't take the time to maybe fix that, who knows? Whatever behavior does, you know, the DBD fanboys, you know, suck them off. They praise them, whatever. But you know, maybe fix his hitboxes a bit, or his look boxes, whatever it's called. But when you're actually doing the stalking and they're not looking at you, and you can actually like pull it off, like, it's fun. Like, it looks goofy too, like, as a survivor. you're like looking around and all you see is this mask, or the one with the tongue sticking out from Scary Movie, peeping out of a corner, and it's really funny. It's also nice when they don't notice you and you just walk up to them and you just bah, get them exposed and one shot them. Like it's fun. And that's pretty much his gameplay, but his game, like, it's a fun power. It's not really much to explain, you know. I think I explained it as best as I could, and you know, yeah, it's fun killer, I guess. Demo. Um, put him behind clown. So Demogorgon. He's Let me start off with his portals. So he can put down portals. You have to have at least 2 portals down, because then you can link them together and you can use one portal to teleport to the other. So, well, for most of the time, you won't have portals. Because the smart thing for the survivor to do is to immediately take down the portal. Now, I think Demo knows whenever his portal gets taken off and which one. Don't quote me on that. I might be wrong, but he definitely knows when they're off, when they're taken off. So, like, most of the time you won't be able to use your portals because everyone knows to take them off. Because most Demogorgons will put them in vital locations, like by a totem, by a generator, by a hooked survivor. And so, you know, the survivors are incentivized to actually take it off. So most of the time your portals are getting fucked over. Now the fun, you know, the main mechanic, and why I even put him in B tier, like I would have put him in C tier if he only had like portal. But his shred is really fun. And it's really nice against, like, it's like an anti-looping mechanic. So, you know, you can cut someone off mid shack. Like, they're trying to go through the window, or they're trying to go through the door. You could just shred, like, you activate shred, and you dash toward wherever you're aiming. Now, the thing is, it's super easy to dodge. So honestly, like, you gotta be thinking 100 steps ahead of your opponent, because it's really easy to dodge. Like, you just swerve to the left, you miss. You swerve to the right, you miss. They stopped for some reason and you overshot it, well, then you missed. So you gotta kind of, like, not kind of, you gotta predict where they're gonna go, and even then they can still swerve to the other side. So that's why he's in B. His shred mechanics fun, but it's kind of just really easy to navigate through. Like, it's nothing. It's not strong. It's nothing strong. You kind of have to make opportunities where they cannot swerve, like when they're looking to go straight to a pallet. Even then, it's like you could still miss. What time is it? Cause the sleep bug kind of hit me right now. All right, on to the next. The Odie. he has a flaw. If people are being really safe and pre-dropping pallets at every turn, and you can get your hit and get the and get your blood and get your power, then it's like pretty like. That's pretty sad, but I mean, no one would be in S tier because every killer has a flaw except for Nurse. Like she's literally God. She's perfect. But he's just really fun. You know, he's got a really cool aesthetic. He's a fucking big ass samurai. Like, what, have you seen a big ass samurai before? Like, usually samurais are just skinny Japanese guys, but this guy's he's hulking. Anyway, yeah. Like, his aesthetic's cool, his power. So whenever he fills out his power bar by getting blood. How do you get blood? You injure a survivor and they start dropping these blood orbs that you can collect. Once you get enough, you can activate this enraged mode. So that is, you start like by yelling, and that's how you know when he activates his powers. You can hear throughout the whole map his yell. He slows down. I mean, he completely freezes in place, so you can't like do anything while he's in it, but it's only like 2 seconds, and his power allows you to like make up for that time that the survivor's like running for. So his power is he dashes, but his dash is like not really hard to control, but like you're very limited on the stuff he can do, so you can't really like you can't really turn corners. You have to like flick your mouse really quickly to the side, to the location that you want to hit. So like if you got to take a really sharp left, and the survivor, because the survivor's taking the sharp left and you're on your power and you're not easily able to navigate, you can just flick your mouse to the left and hope, you know, kind of hope to God that it actually, like, you don't overshoot it or undershoot it, and then you're able to like hit him. Even yeah, because the flicks allow you to hit hits that you normally wouldn't be able to actually get with Oni. But he's fun. Like, you're dashing and you're holding down his like little blunt, I forgot what they're called, and then you can one shot a survivor. And you the amount of times I say I think I should stop that. Let's see. The amount of time so you can use your power to get like a 4K, and when you get like at least more than one survivor with your power, it feels really good. So I mean, he's a fun killer to play. Oh my god, this list is that randy. Oh, I might have lied when I said and more. I'm getting really tired. I'm gonna finish this tier list and then we're done. That Slinger, he's gonna be the top of A. He's got a gun. No, he's gonna be the top of. He's gonna be in the middle of A. He's got a gun. You hit him. You hit the survivor. You get them chained up, and you can reel them back in. Like that's cool. And he's a cowboy. Like, it kind of fits the aesthetic. I've never once thought a cowboy having a harpoon gun that you can reel in, but it honestly, it just fits him. Oh damn it, I did it again. No, oh my god, it's like an addiction saying that phrase. Oh my god, I was about to, no, I was gonna say it again. Anyway, he's fun, like, especially with this iridescent add-on, where if you're like 50 feet away and you hit them and reel them in, they're exposed, so it's a one-shot hit. It's just fun getting those long-range hits. What's not fun is when they vault over, or like you hit them in a possible like location and you can't get the hit off. Luckily, it damages them when they're healthy, but when they're in the injured state, they just get a Damn, did it again. They go into deep wound. So yeah, he's fun. Pyramid Head. I'll put him right here. They're kind of the same. He has an extra mechanic where instead of picking up survivors and putting them on hooks, you could just, if they're infected with his power, you could just send them to like a cage of torment, and that acts like a hook, and they're sent to like the opposite location of where you are, so you can't really camp. No! Oh my god! It's an addiction! It's an addiction! So, yeah. And he has his long range just like Deathslinger. That's why I kind of put him right next to each other. No! Please stop. Stop saying it, please. So, it's actually so. It actually feels better getting the shots off with him. The reason he's not over Deathslinger is because his Trail of Torment is kind of like, it's kind of boring to me. Even though I guess it's better that he has that extra power, but I just prefer Deathslinger. Even though they kind of play similar. Blight. I'm a Blight main too, so I'm gonna be a little biased. He's going here. I'm gonna have to rethink everything, but he's probably the funnest killer in the game. Especially before they nerfed his add-ons. Like, what was it? Alchemy Ring? Fun. The Blighted Crow? Fun. And the Blighted Rat? Fun. So, Blighted Crow and Blighted Rat. Well, let me explain his power. So, every single time, if it wasn't 12:26, I would slam my desk right now, but anyway. So his power. You press the power ability button, and you're able to like dash. You're able to run. But you can't hit anyone. You have to bump into a wall first before you can actually hit someone. Now when you hit the second dash, you're able to hit someone. But you're just like Oni, you're limited in how you can turn. So flicks are also possible, and not a necessity, but it's kind of recommended, especially because you can, just like Oni, you can kind of like swerve to the left or to the right depending on which way he goes, to like easily kind of I said it again, kind of, to just get out of his way. The higher Blight players, not including me, can be very oppressive. Like, even swerving to the left or the right, it just doesn't work because, you know, they're high tier Blight players. So he can do that up to 5 times. So it's basically 4 times, because the first one you have to like bounce off or else you can't hit anyone. Then you can bounce off 4 more times. Each time you can hit. So what Blighted Crow and Blighted Rat does is that each time you bump, it increases the speed at which you go. Before, it was uncapped, which it didn't really matter because you can only fit 2 add-ons. And only 2 add-ons increased your speed. So you would use Blighted Crow, Blighted Rat. The nerf is that the cap was like higher, so you would go faster. Now it really doesn't matter. He's a fucking slowpoke, but he's still fun. So that's why he's an S tier. That's why he's the funnest killer in the game. It's just it's so fun. It's so satisfying getting those kills. I mean, getting those hits off the dash. All right, give me a minute. I want to go get an. Oh my god, I want to go get another water, cause I'm really thirsty now. Wait, this is Majula. Alright. I took a little too long. I'm sitting on a shitty ass chair. Like, I needed to rest my back for a bit. Anyway, let's continue this. Alright, as much as I want to. The two. The surviving two twins players are probably the best players in the world or something. I don't know, but like her powers are not like I don't like them. Powers. She only has one, and it's Victor. So Victor can harass survivors, but I mean that's pretty much it. Like he acts like a little gremlin or something like that, and can lunge at survivors. If you miss, they can step on you, and you're gonna have to wait as Charlotte to respawn again. If you don't have Victor, Charlotte's just the M1 killer, nothing else. So, I mean, it's a simple killer. It's nothing too bad. Nothing much to say. I kind of thought I would have something more to say, but I mean, you're lucky even playing against this killer, or I mean, this is about playing as the killer, but honestly, like, you're lucky to even see this killer in anything. Like, it's a freaking unicorn. You'll see this killer once every 5 months. Oh, hell no. What the fuck is this guy? Trickster. I'm ass with him. So that's probably gonna determine on where he goes. Would I rather play him? I would rather play him over these two guys. So I'm gonna put him right here. He has these. So in the game, he has these knives. They're little small knives that you can throw. You start with about 50. They keep changing it, so I never know the exact number, but it's about 50. If you can hit at least 7 on a survivor, or 8, then you get they lose a health state. It sounds pretty easy because sometimes it is, but sometimes like the bloom or like the recoil, whatever it is really fucking bad. Like, it's pretty inconsistent. And so, like, even though you have 50, you probably need all 50 to even get one person down. And if you don't get the person down and they like spend a lot of time without getting hit by a knife, they have this little meter that shows when they're about to take damage. Like, if they get hit with the 7 knives, and they get hit by 6, and they stay out of, they don't get hit in a certain amount of time, the meter starts going down, and eventually you have to hit them 7 more times because the meter went down. So yeah, he's kind of tedious to play because the aiming isn't always the best. Like, I admit I'm bad. I suck at aiming, but like the aiming mechanic actually in the game is pretty bad. Nemesis, he goes top A. He's fun to play for some reasons that someone else can list off. His music, fire. Automatic A. Automatic top of A, actually. His music, his chase music is so good. His tentacle play, really fun. Like, if they're jumping over a pallet, or if they don't drop down the pallet, and you could just get a free hit right there. And it's so satisfying when you kind of like chase them into an area that has a zombie, and they either get infected or they get hit by the zombie already infected, and they just go down on the floor. Like, it's just nice. Yeah, he's fun. No. I really like this guy. Like, he's super fun for me to play, but because of his aesthetic. I really gotta put him right here. His aesthetic is really fun to play, but his power is just... No, I'll put him on C. But his power just really sucks. So he can summon this chain. He can summon this portal. And you can kind of like... So he summons this portal. And you put like... You could put like the distance. Like, you could put it like wherever you want. And then you put it down. And the chain automatically comes out. But the aiming... You have to aim this chain onto a survivor. But the way the chain moves is really bad. Like, it's really hard. So what most of the time people do, so instead of like summoning the chain from like another location, you kind of need to you need to put down the chain on the survivor, like the chain portal on the survivor, so that when you actually do the chain, it kind of just already fuses with them, and you can get like a guaranteed chain. So after you struggle with all that stuff, you still have to worry about like what the chain does. So it chains down the survivor and it slows them down. I think it slows them down, and it takes like 2 seconds to get out of the chain. But you also get hit with 2 smaller chains, which also slows you down. But they're very easy to break. So you do all this work to chain someone, and you gain like 1 second. Like, you gain like 1 second. Like it's not, the chain actually really doesn't do anything, because it's really bad. Like, you can do this, like, you can do like the greatest trick shot of all time, but since the chain effect is actually really bad, like, it's useless. Like you can hit a chain off the 2nd floor into the 1st floor, and if the survivor gets hit by it and they go like around a wall, they can instantly break the chain, and everything you did is invalidated. So yeah, it's just not fun to play, because his power honestly just really sucks. His aesthetic is cool though, and the movie's good too. Shout out Clive Baker. Shit, I'm a fake fan. Anyway. She goes B tier. She's fun, shotgunning survivors or hitting sniper shots from across. Granted, I've never actually successfully hit a sniper shot on anyone, but the idea of it is cool. How I used to play, and how I would probably still play, because I haven't played her in a long time, is, just you put one on each side of the loop, and either they get hit by it or they run away. Kind of boring. But when you actually start getting creative with her, she starts getting fun. So she puts down these birds, and if a survivor runs into it, or you shoot out the birds and it hits a survivor, then the survivor gets a flock of birds. And if they get hit by those birds again, by your power again, so that scared me, then they finally take damage. And and you can do it from any range. I think they go through walls, so even if if the survivor like vaults, and for some chance they get in the way of the bird, and the bird can go through the wall, and the survivor can get hit by the birds and get the flock. So hitting shots like those are fun. So I put her in mid of B or whatever. Boring. That's all I have to say. Dredge. He's cool. His power. He can teleport to any locker in the game. But if a survivor locks a locker, then, it takes time for him to get out. Not that much time. It's like 3 seconds. So he can teleport to any locker. He can put down a little remnant. It's called remnant, but it's like a little shadow figure of himself. So he could put his shadow figure on one side, and he can go around the other loop, around the other side in the loop, and you can kind of like sandwich the survivor in. So if the survivor goes left into the clone, shadow clone, then you can kind of teleport to that shadow clone, and you can like get a free hit. Or if they don't want to go that way, they go the other way, but you're already going the other way. So it's kind of like a lose-lose situation, or lose-win situation, because they have no way of getting out of there on certain tiles. He has Nightfall, which is pretty cool, but I mean, once you start going through the good survivors, they know the layouts of the map. They're not getting confused on Nightfall. Nightfall makes the map like pitch black. They're not getting confused, because you could still see like 5-10 feet away from you. But if you know the layout of the map, you're good. Like, it's not gonna do anything to you. He's a noob stomper for sure. Wesker, top of A. He could be pretty frustrating at times because his dash is still pretty wonky. But hitting a dash, like hitting going to a corner, dashing to a corner, and then hitting that dash into like a rock or something like that, it's pretty satisfying. I didn't explain that very well, and I don't know how I could explain it, but his dashes, when you hit them off, they're good. It feels nice. It's satisfying. Especially when they're infected with the Ouroboros virus, and you insta grab them. It's fun. Oh, give me a second. Let's take 5. No, I'm kidding. He's actually pretty boring to play. At least the way I play him. I'll put him right here. No, I'd rather play him than any of these killers, to be honest. Actually, not with the new buff. I'd rather play him than Clown. So the way I play him, and the way most people probably play him, I'm not the ambassador of DBD, so don't take that with a grain of salt, or don't take that serious. But the way I play is, some guy's at a loop. I put down guard on one side. I go the other way. He chooses, whether he wants to get hit by me, or he wants to get hit by the guard. Sometimes the guard is kind of stupid, or the survivor's on a loop where the guard is kind of useless. So sometimes the survivor gets away, but most of the time it's a guaranteed hit. And like I said, like I've told you many times, the funnest part of DBD is the chase. So he kind of invalidates the chase. He is fun as fuck to play. Now, you might think I'm mental for saying this, but he's fun. Like, putting up cameras. Well, you kind of want to do a mixture of putting cameras up in certain places of interest, and then keeping cameras for yourself when you're in chase. So it's cameras. He puts up cameras, and if you fill out like and if you go, if you see through the camera and you tag a survivor, and you look at the survivor for long enough, it'll shoot out a little like parasite, and that's when he can do whatever, basically whatever he wants. He could teleport. He can aim at you and teleport there. And if he gets hit, what the fuck? If he gets hit by a pallet stun, then the pallet is automatically broken because he gets like this overclock mechanic where you can't stun him, you know. But he does get slowed down. He's fun. The micromanaging. I hate micromanaging, but his micromanage is really fun. Like you gotta micromanage your cameras. You gotta micromanage the survivors and the printers and stuff like that. He's fun. I'm really tired. Oh my god. I need more time to think about that guy. He's pretty fun. Let's put him. I'd rather play. Yeah, I'll put him right here. He's Chucky. Like, come on, he's fun. His Chucky dash, the good guy dash, his Heidi Ho. There we go. It's fun. Like, I just realized is probably the new. No, fun is probably the new Like, I've probably said fun like 100 times already. So his fun is because he's Chucky. His fun is because he's small. His fun is because his power, and his fun is because he has a third-person camera. He's actually a pretty unique killer. Not his power. His power is like whatever. But like his, just like the mechanic, like he's small. He's a third-person killer. That's what's really unique, because no other killer is in third person. His power, it's basically a dash that can go under pallets, which is also pretty fun. It's like really creative, I would say, and not a lot of the killers are being, you know, Matthew's not. I don't know who designs killers, but behavior. They're running out of ideas. Come on, like the fact that they made Springtrap an axe killer. Like, I probably know why they made him an axe killer. Like, they want to make him noob friendly, but that wasn't the move. That really wasn't the move. Anyway, yeah, he's fun. Chucky's fun and unique. If we were doing a tier list based on playing against him, he would be right here, no doubt. But we're not doing that tier list. We're doing the opposite, playing as them. And he's fun. I like the mechanic of his uvula, whatever it's called, the Ulix. Again, I said it. Anyway, whatever. We're almost done. It's fun. Like, when you shoot out his little ball or whatever, I like that it bounces off walls. Like, that's pretty unique. I like unique killers. Well, this list probably doesn't reflect that, but I do like unique killers. So I like that his power can like reflect off. What I don't like, and this is bias as playing against him, and this is probably the only killer I'll do that for, he does not need a teleportation mechanic. It sucks. Especially playing against him, it sucks. Anyway, yeah, there you go. Vecna's fun. Yeah, Vecna's fun. He has like 4 powers in one. I like his I like that he can stop people from dropping pallets. His power to pick up pallets is pretty useless. Like, I've had it so many times where I pick up the pallet. Granted, I'm ass. Like, those weren't good plays. I know it. There's times where he'll pick up a pallet with his power, and then I get pallet stunned because I picked it up for them. His Flight of the Dam. I wish you could be more creative with the Flight of the Dam power. But most of the time you're going to want to do it when they have like no way of like crouching. So whenever they vault, you're going to use Flight of the Dam. Flight is fun. They buffed it too, so he's faster now. And what's the other one? It's the Sphere. It's all right. Yeah, I like that he has multiple powers. I like his design. I like the chest. It adds add a nice a nice new gameplay mechanic. It just lets survivors have, grab equipment, and it affects the game in different ways. Dracula. He's right here. He's actually more fun than Oni. He's actually more fun than the nurse, actually. He's fun. Aesthetically, he's cool. Second, he's a fucking vampire. Third, he can turn into a bat, that's just cool. Turning into a bat. Granted, he's limited, but I like that he's undetectable. You could hear the bats coming because they're really loud, but he's undetectable. He can turn into a wolf. Now the wolf is a bit finicky. I don't know if it's because because of his body type, but sometimes when I like lunge to hit, I miss because it looks like I could hit it, but I miss. So I think something is up with the camera or something's up with the model, and I'm like either overestimating or underestimating. And then he has his regular form where he shoots up like a very straight fire blaze and it damages through pallets and stuff like that. It's simple. But all that together makes it into a really fun killer, and plus his chase music's really good. He's not too worthy though, but yeah. I gotta keep myself awake, damn. She's fine, I guess. Let's put her here. In front of Myers. No, let's put her in front of Knight. I'd rather play Scratchmare Myers than her. But I'd rather play her than Knight. She's fun. Dog, you send out the dog, it dashes. If you miss, you can do it again from the location that it missed from. And if it grabs onto someone, the dog will try to come to you. But her power is a little finicky. When I say a little, a lot. So sometimes the dog AI, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Like, say goodbye to your game, because when the AI doesn't work, then you pretty much lose the game, because you can't do, like, that's your power. The dog is your power, so. But I'm pretty sure they fixed the Houndmaster in some patches that have come out, so yeah, I'm pretty sure the dog gets fixed sometimes. Funnest killer in the game, best aesthetics in the game. I love Tokyo Ghoul. I'm biased. That's pretty much it. He is low, medium C tier. No, because he has a hatchet, he goes low C. Why the fuck did they give him a hatchet? And it's not even like a hatchet that you can throw like Huntress. The hatchet is as long as my damn finger. Like, if you throw it and it goes too far, and too far is like 2 rulers. Then it goes automatically shoots down. So it's kind of like a close range hatchet, which doesn't really make sense. But then he also has these doors which he can teleport. And he has this really bullshit ability where once he comes out of the door, he has undetectable for like 30 seconds. He's really loud. But, you know, undetectable for 30 seconds is undetectable for 30 seconds. It's good. So, honestly, the main thing why he's even in low C is because of the hatchet. Like, it's not innovative. It's not fun doing hatchets. It's just boring, honestly. And that's why, like, if there's any killer I regret buying with my own money, it's probably Springtrap. He's just not fun. I'll just put him on low B. No, he's right here in the middle of B. Or she. Queen. She. He's fun. Tail Whip is very, very narrow. Like, the hitbox is narrow. But it's very precise, I would say. So if you hit right there, you hit right there. But it's not thick. So it won't have that big of a hitbox. I like the tunnels. It's cool aesthetically and nice way to interact. And I like the turrets because they're aesthetic as well, and they're like a really big detriment to the killer. And you know, it's fine when the killer has obvious countermeasures. So yeah, right there. I should have probably made this stream a lot earlier because like I kind of rushed through this thing because I'm dying of sleep right now. Anyway, I'm never waking up tomorrow. I might stream tomorrow, something else. But anyway, this is the Black Vermilion official subjective how fun are they tier list. Kaneki, I would say, is the funnest killer in the game for me right now, next to Blight, then Singularity, then Dracula Nurse, and then Oni. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 killers. The top 6 funnest killers in the game. There it is. Do I screenshot it? I don't know. How do I screenshot? Is it Control Alt 4? No. Alright, let's type it in. Who knows what search you might see. Oh, to screen shot on Windows. I know how to screenshot on Mac. Windows logo key Shift S. What? What the fuck? That is the Windows logos key, right? I don't know. Screenshot's not working, so. Oh, there it is. What the fuck? Anyway, we'll screenshot the tier list just in case. You never know. I hope that's saved to my pictures. Anyway, this is the tier list. Give it a rating, I guess, 1 to 10. See if you agree. Well, I want to see if you agree, because you know. I have no one to talk to. Anyway, yeah. If you post anything down in the comments, I'll definitely reply. Civilized, we'll see. We'll see. The only thing definitive is D tier. If you have anything different than that, then that's wrong. The best song came out too. This is the best. Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Sekiro, Elden Ring, Bloodborne soundtrack of all time. Sister Freed. Next time will be YouTube night, so we're just gonna watch random videos that are recommended from somewhere. This is Sister Freed. Phase 1. Only Phase 1. Okay. Song of Honor. I don't know that one. Made in Black as Fire. Oh, hell no. Not Half-Light. Moonlit Melody is good. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the stream. If I wasn't so tired, I would say I enjoyed it, but I'm so exhausted. I did go to work today, and since I work at a school, I woke up early, and I didn't. This sounds weak. I know I'm a little bit, but I didn't take a nap. I usually take a nap after work because those kids exhaust the fuck out of me, and yeah. Anyway, hope you enjoy the stream, and I'll see you tomorrow probably. It's a 4-day weekend, so see ya. Psych, I didn't go. Okay, now bye. Why I still didn't go. They're making sure I want to stop the